Wait. There.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Demmetrius Knowles. This is Julio Guzman. We are the team of Talk Vigil 305. We're coming to you live from downtown Homestead. We got some good crumbs we want to drop in your ear this week, guys. So tune in. Julio, what you got?
How do you like the new setup?
Ooh, it's like butter, baby. It's like butter. It's dripping. It's smooth, man. I'm loving our new setup, guys. As you know, thank you to all of our sponsors out there. Thank you for everyone that's given us the opportunity to continue to drop crumbs for you. Avanti Way, AT&T, Advanced Cellular and Wireless. You guys have been instrumental. We have Yachty Spice, where those guys are out there. We have Chef on the Run that's out there.
Our Homes.
Our Homes that's out there. I mean, just the list goes on
Executive Jet Center.
Executive Jet Center.
Cutler Bay.
Woo!
Homestead.
Well, we have the city official, Mr. Mayor, and his staff and crew, CRA team. We'll be remiss if we leave anyone out, but just so you know, Homestead is growing. Homestead is growing extremely fast. We have a lot of things to offer. We got a lot of great crumbs to leave, and we wanted to let you guys know we're all in it for it. So as we walk this path to success, we want to keep you guys in tune. So Julio, what's going on in and around town?
I love what you did with the place. During our other episodes, I was having a hard time because I kept looking to the left and my neck was starting to cringe a little bit. So I like this setup now. We'll have the guest that we can speak to that'll sit here in the middle with us, and that way it calls for a more comfortable setting when we have these conversations.
100%.
We've got some really great guests lined up to come in the upcoming weeks. One in particular is the developer of Midtown Homestead, Soleste, over there next to Publix, across the street from the Baptist Hospital. They have that development going on with all the restaurants coming on Campbell Drive. We're going to have a conversation with him and understand what brought that project to Homestead. Right. How did it begin? What was the thought process behind it?
Most importantly, why on that side?
Yeah.
You know, we're curious to know why that side, land is available on both sides of Homestead. It's like children, right? You don't want to show favoritism to one versus the other. Seem like we want to make sure the balance of life in Homestead becomes or stays the same. So we just want to get in the minds of the developers and say, what are you guys doing? What do you see? Why there versus over here? Obviously, the growth.
Why there versus downtown, right?
Downtown,
for those that don't understand.
Right, and when I say there versus here, I mean downtown Homestead. We're trying to revitalize. We will revitalize our downtown to make it one of the best downtowns in the country or in the land. We would definitely like to see more done. And as we walk this path to success of our downtown, you guys are going to be along for the ride.
As we think about common sense solutions, right? I could only imagine if I was a developer looking to develop a project like Midtown Homestead.
Okay.
What makes it attractive, in my opinion, is you're right off the turnpike.
Right.
As soon as you get off the turnpike,
easy access.
You drive 20 seconds and you're already there.
Right.
Also, it's been known that the per capita income statistically on paper looks better over there on the east side.
Right.
Most of that stuff is fairly new when you compare older Homestead to the east side of Homestead.
Right.
So it's almost like they are creating their own
their
own strip.
Right.
Their own strip. We don't want to call it downtown, so we don't compete, but they're kind of creating their own strip, which it's great. It's great for the overall city of Homestead, but again, we'd like to see some of that capital investment come over to the downtown side. And there are some great things happening in downtown. Right next door, they've got that, ice cream, cigar.
It's a mixture. It's a fusion.
Ice cream, cigar, fusion.
Coming downtown, right?
Yeah.
And Suc Passe is opened. There's quite a few places that's open. Another under our homes there, we have they're almost ready now to open their doors soon. Yachty Spice. You got some of the best fusion of Haitian Jamaican food going on. He has a wide palette of things that you guys who out there that love vegan and all the other good stuff. We have Chef on the Run, renowned, has been around for many, many, many years in the community. We want to see more of. You see, then have Julio, Mr. Avanti Way here in downtown. I'm AT&T authorized retailer here. We're doing our best to kind of let you guys know heavy hitters are down here. you're welcome to come down here. CRA team is working hard to try to get more, and they're giving away some funds to try to help, not lure you, but kind of encourage you to say, hey, we are here to help, and we want to see more done. So thank you to Jared and Leslie.
And Marika.
You guys are doing an amazing job. And with the leadership of Consul, we would definitely like to see more things done. So as they release the rings, they're giving you guys more flexibility to do more things. We're with you.
Demmetrius, last week we made part of the segment out in the road.
Right.
We went out in the field and we started telling the audience what's really happening so they can get a better look and better understanding of what's happening in downtown. And I think that was a great idea that you brought up.
I think so too, yeah.
So I think we should start doing a segment where we go to different businesses, different restaurants,
right,
and we try to understand and highlight what makes them great.
Right.
Because like you said, Jardie Spice, even though it's got a world-renowned name now,
right,
they get people from all over,
right,
there could be some people out there that don't truly understand
right,
the greatness of Jardie Spice, the greatness of Chefs on the Run. So
right,
if we go into those businesses and talk to the chefs, highlight, what makes them great,
right,
I think that'll be great for our audience.
And in addition to, we also want to see what their pain points are, because in like any business, you have that roller coaster of time where it's busy, then it's not. What's keeping you consistent? The food is consistent, but as far as the traffic flow, obviously, persons want to go out to, don't want to cook, but they want something good that they can say it's consistent. I don't have to worry about whether it's too salty or
right,
whatever, or if it's meat or not meat. It's truly out there for all of us.
I also want to add a segment of our show where we start to talk about relevant information going on within the city.
Right.
For example, yesterday they had the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Spay Neuter clinic,
right,
or mobile clinic that's going to be at Harris Field.
Right. How did that go? I mean,
that went great. Yeah. It was very well attended, and I want to recognize Councilwoman Erica Avila for spearheading that effort. She
right,
had to, connect with county commissioners, with the county staff, and together she made that happen. And now it's a service that we have again at Harris Field, because they took it away for a while and it created some disruption
right,
in the city. So now that is up and running at Harris Field again. If you guys need those services, feel free to drive out there to get your animals
right,
serviced, and they'll be there to help you.
So I have a question. From our audience perspective, what makes them tune in? What makes them like Talk Visual 305 podcast? Why should they tune in? Why should they not just scroll through? What type of substance we have to kind of connect with our audience, whether it's a young, medium, or older crowd that we're getting? What is it that's keeping them connected? Because if you're in Homestead, you should want to know what's going on. In other words, if you see something, we're saying something. We're seeing what's going on, so we're saying what's going on, and we're trying to reach a broader audience, because for those who may not be living here that's watching, make them want to consider coming here
right,
to do business, because they saw a segment that we have brought on. And we've had on a lot of heavy hitters too. Shout out to Mayor Charlotte of Florida City. She got a lot going on down there.
Yeah.
She's new, at the head. But obviously we may want to recheck in with them and see what's going on in and around.
First, we're the #1 podcast in Homestead.
Whoop, whoop.
Right? #1 podcast in Homestead.
That's it.
We want to continue to bring you guys great guests, not only so they can tell you how they got through adversity and how they got to their position, but also how we can help you understand, if you're interested in that industry, how you can learn from these guests on the things that they had to go through in order to achieve success. That's one aspect of
right,
what we're doing on this podcast. Second is awareness.
Right.
We want people to know that there is money available for people
right,
that want to relocate or open a business in downtown.
Not only business, but homes too. I mean, for the first time home buyer too, within this certain radius, it matters.
Right.
But
so there's lots of money out there. There's money out there to help
right,
the people. So we want you guys to be aware of what's happening in the city. Also, things that are happening with the Homestead Housing Authority.
Right.
I've recently been named chair of that authority.
Well, congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations! Now you have another hat to wear.
Yeah. It is an honor.
I'm sure you will do well. Obviously, as you learn to navigate through the process and to make it better,
Yeah.
we're with you to make sure that we know that, okay, we want to leave it better than we meet it. That's the goal.
So one of the things I'd like to do at the Homestead Housing with the help of my colleagues is make the meetings more accessible. You know, the same way we can watch YouTube videos of Homestead City Council meetings, I'd like that to be exactly the same for Homestead Housing Authority. So if you don't have time to get to the meeting, or you don't know when the meetings are, there's always a place where you can go online and you can see what's going on, and also a way for you to ask questions. Because affordable housing is a huge issue, not only here in Homestead, but all throughout the county, all throughout the state, all throughout the country. So if there's any way that the City of Homestead is providing more affordable housing, we want the world to know.
Right.
So that's the whole process of making these meetings more accessible to the people. And I want things to be a bit more modern.
Right. So do you feel our voice is being heard? I mean, we've been doing this podcast now for quite some time, and pretty much everyone that we have asked to come on, they have graciously showed up and when available and was able to come on our podcast. So we have, when you go on to YouTube or listen in to all those platforms like Apple and Amazon and so on, you can listen to our previous. Do you think our voices are being heard, and do you think our audience like what they're seeing or hearing from us?
I mean, from being stopped on the street, I get people that say, hey, we're listening to your videos, great job. So I know that we are making a difference and we are bringing awareness to the community. However, we want to reach a broader audience.
Right.
You know, we want to reach a broader audience, and we want to reach certain goals, certain milestones. And that milestone is to ensure that downtown Homestead is one of the premier downtowns in all of the country.
I noticed they have started the construction. I mean, obviously, guys, always like he's remodeling a bathroom.
Right.
You know, it gets messy first before it starts to look pretty. When it looks pretty, he says, "Wow, we should have done it sooner." So, you know, as they say, bear with them and bear with us as we kind of start the process of the remodeling phase. I'm sure they have it all phased out, and when it begins, and hopefully there is no delay, knock on wood that there is no storms coming around, so there's no shortage of time or shutdowns. So we see things are happening. We want it now, you know. So what else has been going on?
We went over to City Hall when they had the meeting regarding the reimagining of Harris Field.
Right.
And that was pretty impressive, the amount of people.
Whoa, yes.
The amount of people that were in attendance. I mean, I've been in Homestead a long time. I had never seen the chambers filled, also with people holding signs. It was very, very, very contentious meeting. There was tension in the air.
Right.
What did you feel about that meeting, and what do you think the outcome?
Once again, everyone speaks from their opinion. This is only in my opinion. Obviously, I think there are some misinformation out there, and I just think there's some truth to some things. However, I do believe that the greater cause is to get those kids on the field that wants to play. I do believe that if someone is willing to and transparently wants to direct some of their own money to remodeling or revitalizing the Harris Field, I believe that it's a good thing. I do think that you should do your own homework before you just jump on a bandwagon and says, because they're saying to do it, let's do it, versus, no, that's not all true. Oh, that's definitely wrong. What sense does that make? Or that does make sense. Let me make sure I get some understanding. So I think all the heads, cooler heads prevailed, right? I think that they need to get with all of the coaches or all the leaders of the groups, and make sure they can come up with a healthy solution. Because at the end, the park needs to be remodeled. And I don't think leaving it alone is a solution. I don't think you could raise enough money, given the fact that we're going to be going into some new cuts.
With the tax amendments, if that were to happen.
That they should definitely walk away from that idea. I do think that from what I saw, I think it's just a misunderstanding that needs to be, there's some clarifications needs to be done. And I think, in my opinion. That
misunderstanding is based on the fact that there's a group, you know, SPH wants to revitalize Homestead. They want to invest something above $5.4 million. And during the construction phase, it would disrupt the natural flow of things with all of the youth leagues who need to use those parks. And not having a place to relocate them is what's creating the issue. Is that what you've understood?
So my understanding is that too. And again, I don't think anyone has a problem with them owning or having their share of the stadium that's being constructed. That's clear. I think the safety conversation is coming in, safety in the sense of comfort. There's games that's held and moving them around or giving them the comfort knowing to listen. For whatever interruption you will have, because they say they
Right.
use 2 fields, approximate, right?
Right.
If they're using only 2 fields, they need to have that spelt out that no games will be interrupted or very little games will be interrupted, if any at all. But it needs to be spelt out for all parties involved, whether it be the football team, i.e.
The
the
soccer,
soccer,
AYSO,
whatever
Southern
it may
Soccer.
be. I think all of them needs to go into a room, present their schedules, have a clear understanding of all parties. Like I said, is it beneficial to all that may concern? As a four-way test from the
Let's
Rotary.
bring in the Rotary in here.
Is it beneficial to all? It needs to be transparent and it needs to be clear to all parties to whom it may concern. So once that's cleared up, I think they're all for it because they want the kids to be playing on safe fields.
Right. So
And-
at the last meeting, it was very obvious that the people in the audience, the majority of the people in the
Right.
audience, did not want that to continue. And like you said, if it were clear, if everyone could understand exactly how this would impact the community, their specific organization, on how many days they would lose a field or be relocated to a different field, I think the conversation might have went different.
I do
But
think so.
because that wasn't readily available, it created a lot of tension.
Right. Or, I mean, again, let's be real. Sometimes there's elements that tend to, it may be a little too late when you plug certain things into a conversation that really should have never been plugged into the conversation. I love the fact that they had the signs and such, but I'm not sure all of the questions were answered and all of the answers were given in that setting. That was not the setting to vote to not do it. It was a setting to vote to see it,
To negotiate.
to negotiate. I would like to see what that looked like. I'm a local. I live local. You know, our kids played local, does things local, and had done in the past local. So we wanted to know what does that look like. But if you say no now and not even vote to see it, then you run into a problem of you killed it before it even began. And now where are you going to get that money from? How are you going to fix the fields? If we're planning on cutting,
Right.
is that a major need?
Right. So I think now what's going to happen is at the next council meeting in September, they are going to present what that negotiation looks like.
Right.
And I'm hoping during that meeting, there'll be a very clear schedule of how every organization will be
Benefits.
impacted
Right.
and will benefit. Because I think if you get a new stadium with the way they've presented, I mean, it makes Homestead look amazing. We've
Right.
always wanted to have places that we could feel proud of,
Right.
that we could have tournaments at,
Right.
and this would be top notch.
Right. And man, at the end of the day, a lot of great talent has come out of Homestead. Whether it be from the boxing, whether it be from the football, whether it be from the soccer, whether it be from baseball, batting cages and having to drive into Kendall or North. Why can't we have it locally? I mean, a lot of the functions or events can be held here. We have the space. Yes, they should remodel it and they should do it because we need things. We need a nice place for the kids to. We need the best, the best place for our kids to be able to perform and become stronger at what they're doing.
That's
So
right.
I would love to see that happen, in my opinion. From what I've seen so far, I believe in good faith that they simply mean well. They could have said no. I don't have the time, money, or the resources to do so, or I just say no. No is an answer too. But if you're saying shut it down, no, I don't want it, then what are you going to do in the meantime? What are you going to do about getting it? I don't know how many years you'll have to raise or do it at all, fundraising to do it yourselves.
Well, I know in life, it's very, very hard, almost impossible
Right.
to make everyone happy.
Well said.
You run a business.
Yeah.
There are times where you do what's good for the good of all, right?
Yeah.
But you can't make everyone happy. I would just like to see that we all come to a consensus,
Right.
and it makes the majority
Right.
of the people happy.
Well, in business, they always say is always use other people's money.
Yeah.
You know, so for those of you out there feeling that, well, let's use our own money, that's not a smart move, I don't think. I've always been told by the mentors out there, listen, you know, other people's money, you know.
There's also going to be a workshop on the city budget in the next couple days in the City Hall conference room at City Hall. And this is a good way for us to start anticipating what may happen if this tax amendment passes and the City of Homestead, you know, doesn't receive or has a deficit in the funds that they typically receive. So it'd be interesting to hear what the city is thinking, what kind of services they think would be impacted, which departments are they thinking on reducing those budgets. All of those questions are questions that I think the residents should know, so that that way they're not blindsided by something that happens in the future.
Well, I think that being informed, this is why gathering your information from the right sources is important, and going on to the city's website or speaking to your elected officials to kind of find out, hey, what is going on in and around town? Here are my concerns. And you feel comfortable with your answers. Where are you sourcing from?
By the way, we have the city's website here on the TV right now. And if you just go to the city calendar, it'll show you everything that's happening throughout the city.
In and around town.
In months now and in the coming months. So it's a great source of information for you guys to stay tuned. And if not, just Talk Visual 305 will keep you updated.
Well, that's what we do, man. I mean, look, man, if you're in and around town coming into the community, there's things we both have businesses to run, and we definitely would like to earn your business. And not just that, so we're also family man. We also doing things in the community. We're part of the Rotary Club of Homestead, which is, in my opinion, the best out there. Also the Military Affairs Council, where, you know, we're doing things in the housing community. We're not just saying it, we're doing it. We raise funds to give it away for scholarships is pretty much what we do. So from the kids' perspective and from the veterans, we give back to our troop, our servicemen and women, you know, who've given us the opportunity actually to sit here and be free to do the things we're doing today. So we commend any type of organization out there and that's grinding and to be able to give back. So we appreciate you, we acknowledge you, and we see you. So we appreciate
it. If you have a talent that you want to share with the world, it's made you extremely successful, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to showcase your talent. We'd love to highlight what you've done. Because again, we want to make sure we're leaving crumbs for the next generation. And that's what this podcast is all about. Awareness and leaving crumbs for the next generation so that you guys can navigate life a little bit easier.
You know, Julio, I've seen, when I look at the views, we've seen over 100,000+ views that we've seen. But we need to try to build up our like and subscribe motion of Talk Visual 305. Guys, if you want to see us stay around and to spread your local homegrown, invest local, shop local, we would love for you to go on to Talk Visual 305, like and subscribe, tell a friend, make us relevant or more relevant. If we're talking about something you want to hear, or if you have an idea that you want to share with us, if you see us in and around town, please let us know. We'll bring you on, or we'll take that information, vet it to make sure that, you know, we're not just saying it to say it. But most importantly, we want to bring good contents, leave the best crumbs possible, in our opinion, of what is out there in Homestead. We speak of Homestead because this is where we live, and we want to make sure we take care of where we live. This is our home, and we love being here. But that doesn't mean our audience who are watching vicariously around the world, we want to bring you in for a bird's eye view of what we have going on. So maybe you can share that same idea locally in your hometown. If you love it the way we love it, please like and subscribe Talk Visual, TalkVisual 305 on YouTube. Please click that button, like and subscribe. We'd love you for that. You would help us grow our platform. We are #1 in Homestead. We want to go to #1 worldwide if we can. And I feel that we have the know-how and the wherewithal to be able to spread this love international, per se.
So Demmetrius, I'm looking forward to our next guest next week.
That's right.
Stay tuned. We're going to continue to bring you great information. Thanks for spending time with us this morning. And again, all we ask, like and subscribe. Have a blessed day. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.